Yes, friends!
It's the agents of Keyforge!
Yes, we're playing Keyforge tonight. We're not in the Mirrored City. We've escaped and we're in the Crucible.
Oh my god, this is worse!
And we're going to play snooker. For those of you who know the snooker things. Right, there we go. So yes, we're playing Keyforge this evening. We have played a few games off camera. We've actually recorded some, but they were a bit rubbish because we're still learning. So we're going to try and be a bit more slick this evening. Yes. But we are still very new to the game. I follow some people on the Keyforge forums, and they talk about stuff I just don't remotely understand. So we're still very much learning the game. We will flash up deck not deck names. We will flash up the decks. Well, I do it now. Flash up the decks for you so you can see what we're playing. And well, see what you think. Let us know whether we've done things wrong based on what would you do on that deck. I know I've got the bait and switch card, which everybody loves to talk about. Well, we'll see.
We shall see how we go.
Yeah.
So I am playing Nyquist Oslement's pupil.
Okay, very nice. Is that in his eye, or is that just
no idea.
One of his students? I have got General L. Kerniagilia.
Bless you.
Exactly. Yeah, Kerniagilia, which I think you can catch. If you're not careful.
Yes, yeah, you need to make sure you check yourself.
And I'm Mars, Shadows and Untamed.
Ooh, I am Mars, Dis and Brodnar.
Oh.
So we'll crack on. We're going to roll a dice now to see whoever gets highest can pick whether they're going to go first or second.
Okay.
That's the easiest way of doing it. I get a 5.
I got a 4.
You get a 4.
Continue the great tradition of losing the initial roll.
So I shall go first, I think. So I get 7 cards.
Okay.
And you get 6.
I get the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So immediately, I may have made a mistake by picking to go first. I do not know. I think I'm going to keep my cards.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so I go first, and I am going to place Valder, who is a giant.
Woo!
Gains +2 damage whilst attacking enemy creatures on the flank.
Yep.
So we're going on the assumption that you are on a flank, unless you literally aren't on a flank. So if there's only 1 or 2 cards, both are on a flank.
Yep.
So,
okay.
So that's unless there's an FAQ ruling to say otherwise, do let us know in the comments. I did not mention right at the start that I was going with Brodnar.
Oh, okay.
But
yes.
It's kind of obvious because I played a card which was Brodnar.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play Mars in my turn. So I'm going to choose Mars, and I'm going to start by playing my Mind Warper.
And they do come in exhausted.
And I'm going to pop Biometrics back up on him, which I also get a glory for. But it's not called glory.
Ember.
Amber in this game. So I'll put that there. So that's 1.
Ember.
And so now if he's destroyed, he goes into my archive.
He does.
And he's elusive.
Which means the first time I attack him, or the first time he's attacked in a round, he takes no damage.
That's correct.
Yes.
So, and then I drop 2.
So on my round, I'm going to play Brodnar again. So I'm going to attack you with Valder.
Okay.
So that exhausts me.
Yeah.
Now, you don't take any damage.
No.
But I take 2.
So you take 2 damage.
I do.
Oh yeah, because I
take none.
Yes.
And then I'm going to play the Ganger Chieftain. And when I play the Ganger Chieftain, I can ready and fight with a neighbouring creature. So I'm going to ready and fight again.
So he's destroyed. So he goes in my archive.
Yep.
And this just goes in my stockpile.
And that's the end of my go.
Mm-hmm.
So they're both ready, and I draw just the 1 card.
So in my turn, I am going to choose Mars again. I am going to pick up my archive. And I'm going to play the Mind Warper. And I'm going to play Tunk.
Ooh.
After you play another Mars creature, fully healed Tunk. Well, I can't do that this time.
They do come in exhausted again.
Yes, I keep forgetting that. I'm going to play Phosphorus Stars.
Ooh, what's that do?
I think. Yeah, I've done it now. I play Phosphorus Stars. It stuns each non-Mars creature.
Oh, you get that.
Hit by a massive card.
How stunning. Both those guys are now stunned, and I can't do anything with them.
But I do gain 2 chains for that by 1 now, straight away.
Yep.
Okay.
So your chain drops down by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ready?
Yep, and it's your turn.
My go. So I'm going to go with Brodnar.
Brodnar.
I'm going to play Coward's End, which destroys each undamaged creature. That does include mine. So everybody's dead. Except for Valder, who I'm going to then just get rid of her stun.
I'm going to play Untamed for my turn, if you've finished.
I have.
And I'm going to play Halakor. It's a beast. Each friendly flank creature gains skirmish. So is he now a friendly flank creature? I guess he is.
That's an interesting one. Yes, is he a friendly flank creature? Try and say that 3 times fast. Does it affect him?
Don't see why it wouldn't. It doesn't say not included.
Yeah, I agree. I can't see why not. But again, do let us know if we're wrong.
And I'm going to upgrade him with Way of the Bear.
Way of the Bear.
Way of the Bear, and that is a extra card. an extra amber card. And I'm going to play Vigour. Heal up to 3 damage from a creature. If you healed 3 damage, gain 1 amber. Oh, should I? I suppose I have to do it. So I'm going to heal. Might regret that. I'm going to heal 3 damage from your guy there.
And get another ember.
And get another ember.
You get more if you heal for full 3.
Yeah, I did heal for 3.
No, you get 1
up to 3.
It.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got. Oh no. Right. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So I basically healed up to 3 damage. If I did heal 3, I can gain 1. So actually, I didn't have to heal at all, did I? But I have done. I've gone for the extra amber.
It gives you an extra amber.
I've gone for the extra amber. It's worth the risk, and it's played a card, so I drop. But I've dropped down 1 more chain, but I only get to drop 3 this time.
I've realised, talking about chains, that when I played my Coward's End, I should have gained 3.
Oh.
Which means I didn't pick up the card I did last time.
Okay.
So I am going to shuffle that back into my deck. I'm ready. You're ready, and it's onto my turn. So what does Skirmish do?
Skirmish, it's dealt no damage when I use it to attack.
Oh, when you use it to attack.
Yeah,
if I use it to attack, it's dead.
Yes.
And what does the other thing do?
This creature gains Assault 2, so before it attacks, deal 2 damage to the attacked enemy.
So I'll take you out if I attack you.
Yeah. Yes.
If you attack me,
then I do 6 damage.
And you won't take any.
No.
Okay. I think I'm going to have to bite the bullet here. I think I'm going to have to go for it. I'm going to have to attack.
You're playing
Brobnar.
Okay.
I'm going to have to attack Valdur, and that will kill us both. So we're both dead. Both chopperated. And I have nothing else to do, so my chain goes down by 1 again, and I don't pick up any cards because I still have 5.
Oh. You haven't got any amber at the moment, have you?
Fuck all.
Okay, I am going to call Untamed, which I might regret. I'm going to put down a Mook. My opponent's keys cost +1 amber now. And I'm just going to draw 1 card back up. Oh, no, I'm going to draw 2 cards back up because I no longer have any chains.
Okay, over to me then. So I'm going to play Dis. And first I'm going to play Shula. If your opponent has 4 or more ember, I steal 1.
Oh, rude.
I'm then going to play Dust Imp. If he's destroyed, I gain 2 ember. That's all I am going to do. I am going to leave it at that. And my chain goes down by 1. Before that, I would draw 2 new cards.
I'm going to call Shadows this turn. And I'm going to play my Urchin, who is elusive. If I play him, I steal 1 amber.
Get.
And then I'm going to play Ghostly Hand, which is 2 amber to me. If you had an amber, I could steal it, but you don't, so I don't do that. But
is that what it does? Just gives you 2 amber and you can steal 1.
Yeah. Then played, it's an action, so that's 2. So I am now up to 6.
Say Yahtzee or whatever.
Yahtzee, yeah, and I am not going to play either of the other cards. I don't think. Do I want to? I'm going to discard, which might be a mistake again. I'm going to discard Booby Trap, which is another Shadows card, because I want to draw up 3 more.
So I am going to play Dis. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to Reap with Shula. It gave me 1 ember. And then I'm going to attack with the Dust Imp. I'm going to attack your Murmuk. So you take 2 damage. And my Dust Imp is destroyed.
Boo.
And I get 2 ember for that.
Boo.
That's an encounter, not an ember. And then I'm going to play Troubadour. I have to spend 3 ember to play him. He has Taunt, so you can't attack his neighbours.
If he's
he has
destroyed.
7 power, and if he's destroyed, I gain 5 ember.
Wow.
And I'm going to get rid of Poltergeist, which is use an artifact controlled by any player as if it was mine and destroy it. You haven't got any artifacts out, and I just can't bother to sit here and wait for you to maybe get one. So I'm going to discard it, because this game's all about getting through your cards and not necessarily sitting on them forever. So that's it. They are both ready, and then I pick up 3 new cards.
I'm going to play Mars. Oh no, I'm going to forge a key.
First thing is forge key.
Key forged.
I should call this game something like that.
Okay, I'm going to choose Mars, and I'm going to play Soft Landing first.
Yep.
So basically, the next creature artifact I play enters play ready. I'm going to play John Smith. He enters ready. So
because of the soft landing.
Soft landing, and I'm going to reap with him to get to an amber. And I'm going to play Mother Gun, which is an artifact. Reveal any number of Mars cards from your hand. Deal damage to a creature equal to the number of Mars cards revealed this way. That's an action.
That's an action. So, is that an action or an artifact?
It's an action. It's an artifact. Sorry, it's an artifact.
Yes.
That text I read out is an action.
Yes, yes.
So that's going to go there. These are going to ready because I've reaped with him, and then that's my turn done. And I draw up 3 more cards.
Okay, so my turn. I am also going to play Mars. First card, I'm going to place Orbital Bombardment, which gets me an Ember. And it says I can reveal any number of Mars cards in my hand. For each card revealed, I can do 2 damage to a creature.
Ow.
I'm going to reveal 2 cards. I've got Soft Landing and Ulik Megamouth.
Okay.
So I'm going to do 2 damage to John Smith and kill him. And I'm going to do 2 damage to the Mamook and kill him. I'm then going to play Soft Landing, and I'm going to place Ulik Megamouth there. He comes in ready because of Soft Landing, so I'm going to reap with him, which gives me 1. And when I reap with him, I can use a friendly non-Mars creature, so I'm going to reap with Troubadours. And that's the end of my turn. They're all ready, and I draw 3 new cards.
I'm going to choose Untamed, first. And I'm going to choose Untamed. So I'm going to play Lost in the Woods. Let's choose 2 friendly creatures and 2 enemy creatures. Shuffle each chosen creature into its deck. So I'm going to choose those 2.
So these 2 both go back into my deck.
Yes. And I get an amber for that. And I'm going to actually play that card again and return that one to your deck. Get another amber. And I'm going to play Word of Returning, which doesn't do anything because you haven't got any other creatures, but it's an action and it gives me another amber. I'm going to get rid of Full Moon. That means I draw 4.
So I'm going to play this again. I'm going to play the Dust Imp. And that's it. I'm not going to play anything else. I can draw 1 card.
So I'm going to start by playing Bad Penny. I'm not quite sure how good Bad Penny is, but Bad Penny's there.
We'll find out.
And I'm going to play Umbra. She has Skirmish. Oh, they're both. She has Skirmish, but if I fight, I can steal 1 amber, but obviously I can't at the moment. And then I'm going to play Relentless Whispers. Deal 2 damage to a creature. If this damage destroys that creature, steal 1 amber. And it's got an amber on it as well. So I'm going to take an amber. I'm going to destroy your Dust Imp. You're going to get 2.
And you're going to steal 1 of them.
And I'm going to steal 1 of them, which now puts me back on 6. And I'm going to leave that and draw 3 cards.
Okay, so it's my turn again. I'm going to play Brobnar.
Brobnar!
So I'm going to play Fire Spitter. I'm then going to play Anger, which gets me 1 ember. And I can ready and fight with a friendly creature. So I'm going to ready the Fire Spitter and then I'm going to fight with him. And it doesn't matter which. I'm going to attack Umbra.
Okay.
Before the fight, I deal 1 damage to each, so that immediately takes out Bad Penny. But does she go back into your hand?
Yes, return to my hand.
Okay, and then Umbra dies, and I take 2 damage.
Yep.
And then I'm going to play Unguarded Camp. For each creature I have in excess of you, a friendly creature captures 1 ember.
Oh.
So I'm going to capture 1. And that also gives me another ember for playing.
Oh. And
then I'm going to draw up 3 cards.
I'm going to play Shadows, and I'm going to play Nexus, which is an elusive. And if I reap, I can use an artifact as if it were mine. It comes in exhausted. And I'm going to play Bad Penny, who comes back exhausted. And then I'm going to play Bait and Switch. If you have more amber than me, I can steal 1. Repeat this effect until you still has more amber than you. It's not quite when I wanted to use it, but I can steal 1. I have now got 6. Again, and that's the end of my turn. And I've got 4 cards because you gave me an extra one with Bad Penny, so I'm going to just draw up 2 more.
I'm going to play Brobnar again.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to play War Song, which is for the remainder of the turn, gain 1 ember each time a friendly creature fights. And I'm going to fight with the Fire Spitter. I'm going to attack Nexus, which kills us both, and Bad Penny because he's
elusive, so no damage. Oh, yes.
That's the first time.
First time, yeah.
I'm still going to attack. I'm going to attack Bad Penny.
Okay.
So that will do 1 damage to me.
Got Bad Penny back in
my
my
hand.
hand.
And also 1 damage to Nexus. The Fire Spitter does 1 to everybody.
Oh wow!
And because he's fought, I gain an ember.
Oh.
And I'm also going to play the Grenade Snib.
Your opponent loses 2 ember if it's destroyed.
And then I'm going to drop 2 cards.
You see, now is when I want to play Bait and Switch, except I wouldn't. You'd have used your amber to forge key had I not. So it wouldn't have made much difference. You only played 2 creatures that turn, didn't you? And you play one creature. That's it.
We played one.
Yeah.
So it's beginning of your turn, and you can forge a second key.
I will forge a second key. Kabong. Okay, I'm going to choose Shadows, and I'm going to play Miasma if my opponent skips the forge a key turn next on their next turn. I know you like it when I do
really
that.
Going off.
And I'm going to play Bad Penny, and I get an Amber for Miasma. And then I'm going to...
for your asthma.
Right, you haven't got any artefacts in play, have you, at the moment?
I have no.
I'm going to Reap with the Nexus and get another Amber. That's it. I'm going to drop one card because I have got 5.
Okay, so I'm going to play Mars. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play Custom Virus, which is a weapon, and that gets me an Ember. Just 7. Not that I can forge a key. I'm then going to play John Smith. And I'm going to play Zizix the Many, neither of which I'm going to do anything with right now, but I am then going to play Hypnotic Command, which is for every friendly Mars creature, choose an enemy creature to capture 1 Ember from their own side.
Ooh. So who are you going to choose?
And they can only have 1 each.
Oh, can they? I thought it was for each one you could choose.
For each friendly Mars creature, choose an enemy creature to capture 1 Ember.
Yeah, so you can choose...
You've only got 2 enemy creatures.
Yeah, but you could choose him twice. Or
no, I can't.
Twice.
It
What?
says
for each...
choose an enemy creature to capture 1 Ember.
For each friendly Mars creature, choose an enemy...
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I could possibly put both on one.
Yeah.
I'll put 1 Bad Penny in both of them. Do let us know if we've misread that somehow, but yeah, sounds about right to me, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to drop 4 new cards. Everybody ready. Everybody's ready.
So I'm going to choose Mars. I'm going to use my Mother Gun. Reveal any number of Mars cards from your hand. Deal damage to a creature equal to the number of Mars cards revealed this way. I have 3.
Okay.
So I'm going to do damage to a creature.
So you can do 3 damage to 1 creature.
3 damage to 1 creature. Oh, that was a bit of a shame. I wanted to do 2 to 3 creatures. It doesn't work like that. So I think Fight Reap, you may reveal a creature from your hand. I don't know which is the best one. I'm going to get rid of the grenade squib because I haven't got any amber at the moment.
Yeah, it's probably the best time to get rid of him.
I'm going to get rid of the grenade squib.
And then that all closes up there.
Yes. Then I'm going to play EMP Blast. Each Mars creature and each robot creature is stunned. Each artifact is destroyed. So I destroy my own artifact, destroy your artifact.
And both of those are stunned.
Both of those are stunned, and I get an amber. That was worth an amber. And then finally, I'm going to play Quicksilix Plague Master. Have you got any flanky things at the moment? I can't remember.
Both of those are flanking.
No, but have you got any things that do flanking damage or anything? That really makes much difference. I'm going to play that, and I'm going to play the Mind Warper on the other flank. But they haven't got any playthings. He's got an action, and he's got a fight reek thing. So that is the end of my turn. I'll drop 3 more cards. 1, 2.
So my go. I'm going to forge a key. Hooray! Big 1 key forged. Right, so I'm going to play Dis.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen Dis for a while.
And I'm going to play Gateway to Dis.
Oh, what does that do?
So everyone's dead.
Everything.
Everything's dead.
So they come back to me.
Yep.
And these all come back.
Yep.
And they're dead. They're not in the hand. They're
destroyed.
Destroyed.
They're just destroyed. So they just go to your disco as well.
Yep.
They're not. I've done that one. I'm then going to play the Terror. Doesn't do anything, unfortunately. I've been waiting for you to have no Ember so I could play him because then I gain 2 Ember. But you've always had at least 1, which is really frustrating. I'm going to play Eater of the Dead. That's me done. So I'm going to draw 2 cards because I have 2 chains still.
I think I'm going to... It's all looking a bit Pete Tong here. You didn't play 3 creatures, did you? So I'm going to play Untamed. I haven't played Untamed for a while. I'm going to play Untamed. I'm going to play an artifact, which is Ritual of Balance. Basically, if I can have an action if my opponent has 6 or more amber, I can steal 1. I can't. Obviously, you haven't at the moment. That's an action that comes in like that. And I'm going to play Life Web. I was really hoping you play another creature. If your opponent plays 3 or more creatures on their previous turn, steal 2. But you didn't. So I'm just going to have the 1 for playing it.
So you just get one ember for playing that.
Yes, that was Life Web. Right. And I'll draw 2 more cards.
So I'm going to go with Mars. And the first thing I'm going to do is play Battlefleet, which is reveal any number of Mars cards. For each card revealed, draw 1 card. I only have 1. I do get an ember for that, so I'm going to draw another card. That's a bit useful. I'm then going to play Ulick Megamouth. And I'm going to put the biometrics back up on the Terror. not sure if it matters which one I put him on. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to draw 2 cards. Oh, and I get an ember for the biometrics back up.
So, on my go, I'm going to...
the chains go down one as well.
I'm going to play Shadows, the Urchin, on player Steel and Amber. And he's elusive. And then I'm going to play Silent Dagger on him, which creature gains Reap, deal 4 damage to a flank creature.
You fucking what?
If I Reap with him, I deal 4 damage to him.
I heard it.
Okay. And I'm 5. Oh yeah, no, I get an extra 1 for that. I thought I would end up with 6. I get an extra amber for that. So I've got 6. So I've now got 6. I've got enough to forge my final key. And just because of that, I'm going to play Miasma, even though it doesn't do anything. You can't forge a key next turn. But I'm going to get an extra 1.
I think you'd 1 then, because I can't stop you getting 2.
And I draw 3. So presumably I draw that one and I shuffle these because I'm in my deck. Do I shuffle them?
Yeah.
Yeah, shuffle them and then draw.
I don't think it matters because I can't stop you, I don't think, in any way whatsoever. So, you can call it there. I don't have enough to be able to stop you.
You can't stop me forging.
From forging 2. I can make you lose 1.
Right, that's a good job I did Miasma then.
So, yeah, that's it, I'm done. You win.
Thank you all. I'm sorry.
Well, you can't do... Yeah, this way it goes. I just don't get this game. I don't get this game sometimes. I think... No, I don't think anything. I don't know. I just don't know what's good and what's bad. I don't know.
So I'm wondering now whether we should play like tournament style, which I think now I get something.
Isn't it on the second game you swap decks?
Oh yeah, we'd have to swap decks. That's what we.
And then you have to pay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't remember when because you get changed as the deck gets bigger. As the more games a deck wins, if it's in a ratified proper tournament, it gets changed. So I would end if you've got a really good deck, it gets changed before you even start.
Yes. Yeah. And in the actual games themselves, aren't they best of 3s where you each play a game with the deck and then you have to bid for it afterwards? I can't decide with this game because I played some games the other weekend and the first game seemed to be closer. The second game I absolutely annihilated my opponent and there was just neither of us could work out if there's any way they could have done anything about it. And the third game then took us like over an hour.
Yeah.
And it was a slow slog. And in this one I don't know, you seem to be able to create Ember much easier than I could, and I find if you've got Brobnar, I still think Brobnar are a bit shit.
Yeah, I haven't quite worked it out probably. You need to get them all out at once.
Yeah, because you either want lots of Brobnar on the board so you can fight things, but then you've got things like Coward's End, which will destroy all of your Brobnars unless they're damaged as well. There's no way of damaging them. Well, there might be a card, there's someone that damages them, but I mean, Bumpsy your opponent loses 1. I have 2 cards called Crump, which after an enemy creature is destroyed, fighting Crump, it loses 1 Ember. But again, you've got... I mean, I didn't get them until near the end, so I can play them. But you've got to get them, you've got to play them, you've got to wait around for them to be ready to use, and then you've got to start hitting people. And it's... Yeah, I don't know. I can't work out this game.
Well, our next game, we should switch the decks over. And like do it as a little best of 3.
We'll play with these decks again.
Yeah,
and
we'll switch them over and see how
we
it goes.
We could certainly try, yeah, see if that makes any difference. Because I mean, if I thrash you with the same with that,
then we know that deck was better. We could have our little ranking system of our own decks.
Possibly, we could possibly try and do that.
Because I think the more we play, the quicker we'll get. Except if you get a attritional thing, I think you almost have to set a time limit. Because I think in a tournament, what if you've got 2 attritional decks that play each other?
Well, like saying at the weekend, me and my mate were
you
playing.
Wouldn't finish. I don't quite understand how that works because obviously in a tournament, there's a time limit.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, well, you couldn't just, you.
I presume
if you had a stalling deck,
they must have a round. They must have a timing system, and so that if you pass a certain point, you just take the score as they are, or something like that, and whoever has the most wins.
There is. I don't know whether it's for every game. Almost like you've got like 3 games is 45 minutes, and if you go over 15 minutes, you stop.
Yeah, yeah.
Or whether it's just for the last, you've just got 45 minutes. So if the first game takes an hour, that's it. You only play that first game. I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
I need to read more. Need to read some tournament rules.
Do let us know, all you tournament players out there who have watched this.
I find it interesting. It has such a tournament following because it almost feels like to me that it is just for fun.
It does. I showed another friend of mine the game, and I mentioned it to him, and he watched a few videos online. and he's a bit more of a Magic player. Not that he's a big tournament Magic player, but he's got Magic the Gathering with the game. And his initial comment on it was, it looks like a much simpler, light game, light, L-I-T version of Magic the Gathering's big boys, and this is more like something you play with your kids, because it's easier rules.
And no deck building.
No deck building and not as much in-depth tactics. And I don't know if that's the case or not. I don't really know.
I don't know enough about Magic. I mean, I feel like there is a definite way of learning how your deck works, but I found fairly effective now, since we played our first game, fairly effective is just playing as many cards as you possibly can every turn. Seems to be a pretty effective way of playing the game.
Yeah.
And I haven't really got much beyond that.
And you could say, like, the Mars seem to have some cards which are show whatever Mars cards you've got, and then you can do something because of that. So you've got, like, do damage to your opponent, or I had the one which was show how many Mars cards you've got, and then you can draw that many extra cards. And when I was playing against my mate and I hammered him, I had like 5 Mars cards in my hand. So I played that, I picked up another 4 Mars cards, and I had some Mars cards in there as well. And one of those was play this card, and then you can do 2 damage for every Mars card you show. And, managed to wipe all of his guys out, and then played about 5 cards afterwards on the board.
Yeah.
In that situation, your opponent's just playing catch-up, unless they've got a gateway to dis or something like that to wipe the board out.
Yeah, that does seem to me, again, we're talking with very little experience, but it does seem to me a slight flaw in the game, is that sometimes your opponent could just suddenly run away with it, and there's nothing you can do. You just got to sit and watch while they basically just play out.
Done. And your deck seemed to have a lot more cards which were take Ember from me, stop me from being able to afford keys.
Yeah, I was quite lucky there.
Or generate
came out
just
right
a lot
time.
of Ember yourself. And I didn't seem to really have any cards that generated very much Ember at all. I could only really get it from reaping, which
it's really hard. It's really hard. Yeah, maybe you attack too much. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I had a few Brobnar cards, and surely that's
you've got to attack. Well, I think so. I just kind of feel like, because that's the downside to attacking is that you can't reap.
Yeah. I mean, you do have a few. I had the Brobnar card, which is if you attack with, you get 1 Ember for every creature you attack with. That's 1 card in 30. And if you've got a lot of Brobnar creatures out, because I think I only had 1, it's not that useful.
Yeah, maybe we should be aggressively mulliganing aggressively.
I think I had 3 of 1 house, and I figured my odds of getting anything better than that were probably quite
slim. I completely forgot about it, and I had 2 of each, but it worked out okay.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I think part of it because we're coming from a level of cluelessness, having only played a certain number of games. Maybe the key is just near the start, you just want to play out as many creatures as you can.
I think so.
Like
yeah, I think so.
But then it always feels to me like a waste if you get 1 or 2 or 3 of a house out, and then the next turn you then don't do anything with them.
Yeah.
And then leaves them there quite often for your opponents.
Yeah, I suppose if you've got 3 or 4 creatures out, then you can reap, and then you don't play any cards, but you reap, and that gets you 4 amber, and suddenly your opponent's got something to think about. Maybe.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't know. It seems to change very quickly. So you get 3 creatures out, and somebody immediately whips them back away.
Yeah.
Which is another interesting aspect of the game.
That does seem to happen quite a lot. Very rarely do you get a lot of cards on the board. There's nearly always a gateway to dis or something like that comes along and just wipes the board out.
Yeah, it does seem very efficient, having come from Warhammer Underworld, where the cards are the text is very woolly. Yeah. This is very tight. There are very few instances where you don't really know what it does. It's kind of like it's very clear that everything's got the right keywords. You do as much of the card as you can. That's in the rules.
Yes.
So you immediately know, if I play this, I can do that. There hasn't seemed to be very much.
One thing that does bother me is the fact they use the term each. That really bugs me because it says like destroy each creature, destroy all creatures. But then I guess people I don't know. It just seems like all is a much more succinct way of saying it than each. Seems a bit woolly, but the rules are clear still anyway. Yeah. The only time when you sort of question the rule is when it's really obvious. And you're like, do they really mean that? Or like with flanks, right at the start,
yes,
they go,
there are
they on a flank?
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah, because they're on both flanks at the same time. So yeah, they're on a flank, but
yeah, there are a few little things like that. But actually, when you're playing, and that does speed up the play. There's no wrangling over cards, and you don't get a situation where Urchin is steel and I don't know.
Somebody else has they cannot steal or that kind of thing.
Or they cannot be, cannot be taken. Or I can't think of an example. Quite Underworld's equivalent, but Underworld has these kind of slight
immovable objects versus irresistible forces.
Yeah, and they have like during and before and in the middle of.
Which are a bit more grey, but these are much more clear.
Yeah. So, well, I'm quite enjoying this game because I've got the lion's share of the victories.
So I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. Do let us know if we missed anything off. If we're missing some obvious tactics here, maybe we're just a bit ignorant of the rules and we just don't have it.
No,
because I think we were like that with Underworld.
We were.
Underworld style with the first few games we played. We were just sitting there going, "Oh, surely it's just better to just tackle time." That turns out to actually be the case. But there are some other.
Underworlds are shifted as well. And I think about we don't need to talk about Underworld now.
But I suspect we're a bit coming from a small level of ignorance on this one that we're sitting there going, how's it work? And maybe you guys out there can teach us.
So we need to get more games under our belt. So we're going to be trying to get one of these out every week or two if we can to build up. We really want to be running with it if we can for when the new set comes out. The new set comes out sometime April, May time, and I really want to. I want to run with that because I think this is a good game and I enjoy playing it. Just hope we get the viewers. So if you enjoyed it, do tell your friends, share the video.
Do follow us.
Yes,
like the
and
video,
we want to make more. So the more people who like it, the more we make. I think that's reasonable.
Yes, definitely.
If nobody watches, we'll stop making them.
Pretty much, that's kind of the whole thing of how YouTube works.
Yes. yeah.
So do leave a thumbs up. Do leave us some comments. Do follow us. Do like the video. Do let us know what you want to see. And if you've got any pointers, let us know what those are too. And we shall see you soon in the Crucible.
Bye.